So would that be your Ibiza crew, would it? If you had to take 5 and that would be your crew?
I'd probably take a couple of the older lads because it'd be more funny, more experience.
This is the official Leeds United podcast.
Well, Charlie, it's great to have you on, mate. Now, before we go and dive into your lifestyle before football, during football, and obviously your Leeds United time, I'm going to take you back because I played with your dad. Now, I don't really want to hold this shirt up, but I'm going to show you. It's got an owl on it and it's blue and white, right? That's as much as you're seeing. But it is actually your dad's shirt. I swapped with your dad when I was playing for Leeds. We played together under 21s.
Are you sure he didn't send you it?
I've got loads of them on the wall. I use this one to clean the car. Don't tell him that. But what I will say,
I'm sure I will.
I'm suitably impressed. He's a big listener of the Leeds United podcast, so I know he'll be listening. Now, I've seen your dad's had a lot of football clubs, but obviously you're at Leeds United. You want to try and overtake. I'm going to take you to that Sunday dinner, right? Your dad had 30 odd appearances for Leeds United, 9 goals, only 9 goals. You got 5 last season in the Championship. You need to start, right, to think about that as your targets, because when you go on to his house, you need to have more appearances at Leeds United and more goals, because you've already succeeded at under 21s level, mate. So it's great to have you on.
Don't worry about me and my dad. Me and my dad are constantly bickering. It's been like that ever since I was a little kid. But yeah, I was winding him up last season because he was talking to me about him in the air and me in the air. We were just chatting who's better and who's better at this, and it's constant battle between me and my dad. But yeah, I wouldn't change it for the world.
Obviously, you're going to be sort of playing a role at the heart of defence this coming season. But does your dad help you out with your shooting boots as well?
My dad?
Yeah.
No, I'm joking. I don't score with my feet. It's just my head I score.
Right.
No, but yeah.
I'm just going to ask that.
I'm quite a decent finisher, to be fair.
Well, I've seen a few of your goals, mate. I'm taking that. But your dad, he did have a touch of class about him every now and again when he was on that ball. Nah. Can you remember going to any games that he played with, or were you too young there, or did that have an influence in you wanting to become a footballer?
Well, I was a bit too young when he was at Leeds, but I remember when he was at Sheffield United. I know the listeners might not want to hear that, but I remember walking around Bramall Lane just around the pitch, and it inspired me to be a footballer, to be fair. And I remember thinking to myself, right, I want to come back and be one of these. And to be fair as well, I've got a memory of when my dad was at Stoke and they got promoted to the Premier League, and have you heard of Liam Delap?
Yeah.
Rory Delap's son. Me and Liam we got told to do a race across Britannia. It was called Britannia back then. It's now the Bet365. But I remember Liam absolutely blitzing me across the pitch, and I came back into the fans' lounge after where all the players were, and all the fans were coming up to me going, "Oh, you were tugging quite behind him, weren't you?" And it stuck with me ever since.
That was a motivation you needed to get quicker.
I know. I was like, I need to get quicker here. I was only about 7, and it stuck with me.
I imagine it's quite an inspiration when you're at sort of Stoke and Sheffield United. You're thinking, God, I want to grow up to play at better clubs than this, and here you are. Well, speaking of lesser clubs, obviously you were on loan last year at Millwall. How was that? How did that all go down for you?
Nah, Millwall, I loved it. I wouldn't change anything for the world. You can't come and do that to me in a lesser club. No, because I loved it last season. It was brilliant. And even off the pitch as well, living in London, it was something different, and yeah, I loved every minute of it.
You were playing more in a back 3 down there at Millwall, weren't you? How did you adjust to that? Did you find that give you a new little niche to, instead of playing with a back 4?
Well, we played a back 3 up until Rotherham. We played, so I don't know, I can't remember what month it was. It was only the first 2 months, first 2.5 months of the season. We played a back 3. And then he changed to a back 4 for the rest of the season. But yeah, I can do both, to be fair. I quite like it. It's something you've got to get used to, aren't you, as a player?
Well, getting used to as a player, you've just signed a new 4-year deal. You've been given the number 5 jersey. You're following the footsteps of John Charles, Charlton, Norman Hunter, Fairclough, Radebe, who was my captain, and many others. So there's no pressure there, Charlie. How are you going to handle that?
No, I love it. I love the pressure, and I love being able to wear that number on the back of my shirt. It's something that I've wanted ever since I was a young boy, and I'm just buzzing that I'm going to be playing in that this season. But it's not for that I'll be playing. It's for the badge on the front this season.
A lot of fans will be very, very happy to hear that. People have talked previously about the pressure of playing at Elland Road, and especially in a season like this where we're going to be one of the favourites. You know, everyone's going to be coming to Elland Road trying to get that scalp of Leeds United. Like, you don't strike me though as someone who's going to get overawed by that. Like, is playing in front of that cauldron of Elland Road actually something that's going to spur you on?
Yeah, for sure. I think with playing for Leeds United, it brings a lot of expectation and a lot of pressure. But I think if you really want to play and succeed for the club, you can't hide from that. And I think you've really got to bring it to the forefront and sit with it, and that'll allow you to progress and succeed as you want. Because I think if you hide it and push it to one side, it can always come back and bite you in the bum.
Yeah.
But I think not just me, but the team this season, I think we really need to be brave and understand that there is going to be expectation, and we need to be brave and choose bravery and courage to achieve what we want, really.
I loved your comments after you'd signed. I haven't been stalking you, Charlie. I've just been doing research, mate, but I loved your comment because it was huge news about your signing and all the rest of it, and I've been following your career, obviously because of your father and the the relationship that I had with him when we played together. And I just thought it was lovely what you said yesterday. You said, I'm not here, correct us if I'm wrong, mate, you said, I'm not here just to make the numbers up. I'm here to be and get as many minutes on that park and play well for this club. Now that for me speaks volumes, and I'm sure the fans will be delighted. And it's just that it's the confidence that I feel that you can bring and have a massive presence here, and I'm looking forward to your season.
Yeah, I feel like I'm not one to hide, and I think when you're playing for a club like Leeds United, I don't think you can hide, and there is no place to hide. So it'll really show what people are made of, I think, this year. And hopefully we have enough to go and achieve promotion, because that's what we all want.
That would be ideal. You played so well last year, and I was concerned that I thought we might lose you. Actually, I was worried that there'd be plenty of clubs sort of sniffing around. What's it been like over summer? Has it been uncertain for you? Were you wanting to come and force yourself into the first team at Leeds? Like, did you have options on the table? What's it been like?
Yeah, summer's been pretty hectic, to be fair. With the season ending with my eye socket injury, trying to get back fit for the Euros, and I ended up getting back fit, but I had to wear that stupid mask that did my head in.
Hey, it's worked though. You still got the look about you. You look all right.
I know. This eye, I still can't feel my cheek though.
Serious?
It's still, it's still numb, and I can't really feel it.
You're a bit of a skier, aren't you? You and your old man do a bit of skiing, don't you?
Oh, has Paul filled you in on that as well?
I hear things, mate. That's all. I hear things.
Nah, I used to be, but then you're not allowed no more, are you?
That's it.
When I was 12, I think 11. I think 11 or 12, I started skiing, and then went on holiday every year in February's. But then obviously that stopped when you got to 16. And my younger brother now, he's just started his first year scholar. He's just had to come off his last ski holiday this year, so it's something that you've got to sacrifice, really. Yeah. But I love it.
Do you know what it is, Matt? I've got to say that's one thing I used to. There's nothing better than being a footballer. It's such a privilege. It's such an honour. What we get to do to grace them football field. It's something you've dreamed of. But in the summer, when you go in holiday with your families and things, and they go jet skiing, they go water skiing, they go skiing. It's all these things. When you look in your contract, the clauses that you're not insured, and you think, God, if I do this and I get injured, then there's no policy covering it. So it was that's the thing. There's a lot of players have got to make a lot of sacrifices that you forget about. And it was funny, me learning to blooming water ski in Australia when we got there. My kids have done it since they were kids, so it's effortless. And they see me, and I'm like falling over. I'm nearly drowning. Right. You can't do it because it's something that you've never done. And I started learning things when I was 38 to 40 years of age, mate, which is quite embarrassing. But that's the things you've got to do.
I know my sister started skiing when she was like 6, and you should see her now. She's only 12, but she flies down the slopes. She puts all my brothers to shame. They won't want me saying that.
Listening on together.
Obviously, you've got a diet that you've got to stick to, and there's training. How's that under the new regime? How's Daniel Farke working out in training, and is he over you guys like a bad rash?
Yeah, he's brilliant. Farke's been brilliant. Call him boss here. We're not allowed to call him Gaffer, we call him boss. So he's been a brilliant appointment so far, and all the lads love him. His training's been spot on, and we all know what to expect from him and what he wants from his football team.
Everyone's looking very fit.
But regarding diets, I think, well, on my behalf, since Bielsa's been here, the diet that he put in with me has really stuck with me. So It's always in my head, and I'm sure it is with a lot of other players as well. So I think as a club as a whole, a lot of the players that are still here from when Bielsa was here, I think everyone's really fit and it's really stuck with them.
Charlie, is there any chance you can send that diet sheet through to me, please, mate? Because since I've hit 44, mate, it's just all pear-shaped, and I'm on about the body as well.
You might have to lay off the beers then.
Deal.
How hard is that for new players coming in? Like, obviously you've been at Leeds for a long time now, Charlie. As have a lot of the lads. And you talk about that being instilled in a bunch of you and ingrained in you. How hard is that for new people coming in to either like develop that work ethic or just to have that? Or I suppose maybe it falls to you guys to try and ingratiate them into this mentality. Is it difficult with new lads coming in?
Yeah, but I think everyone kind of has their own way of dealing with it. You know, they speak to the nutritionist when they first come in, and I'm not going to lie and sit here. I'm perfect and it's easy for me, because it's really not. Like, I'm with me and my food. I love my food, but you just have to stick with it and know what's best for you. I don't really know how other players deal with it. To be fair, it's just, I think you just get on it with your own, don't you?
It's part and parcel, but it is tough. I remember. It was quite easy at Leeds back in the day, where before the physio Dave Hancock came in, because we never had any body fats done, and then all of a sudden this new physio turns up and he's got these big calipers, these brand new machines. And back in the day, Charlie, we had a gold. We had a gold.
I hate it
card.
when the calipers come out.
We had a gold card for a certain food chain that's got these golden arches. And it entitled you as much food as you wanted for free. The league was sponsored by them.
The one that happened to be across the road from the stadium, do you mean?
Yes, correct.
Oh wow!
And
okay.
I was living by myself and I couldn't go there. I couldn't cook for myself, so this gold card became invaluable. But these bloody calipers, Dave Hancock and his calipers, they caught up with us, mate. So
they keep gripping you.
I got wrong. I got very, very wrong. So I understand where you're going from. You've got to be so disciplined. I think that would have been my hardest. It was very hard for me back then because I love my food, and I reckon that still to this day in the game would probably be my hardest thing to try and get over, the new diet routines.
Yeah, it's my hardest challenge daily, and my dad knows it as well, so he's on to me all the time.
Right. You say you love your food. What is it? What's your go-to? Like if you know, say season's finished.
You name it, anything.
Or literally just whatever.
Oh,
Seasons.
Chippy. I love
fish
a chippy.
and chips, eh?
Oh, can't beat a chippy, and I have it with gravy. People down south thought that was weird.
Are you not a curry sauce man?
Not on my chippy. I'm have fish chips and gravy with the soggy chips.
Right, okay.
That's a right kiss on the lips, is that?
Mushy pea man?
Not real massive.
Yeah.
I'd rather just have me fish and chips and gravy.
Yeah,
Matt, what's your go-to?
No, I can't do mushy peas. Just fish and chips with me. Just straight up.
Is your curry sauce?
I'm a curry sauce man.
I can do it.
Yeah.
I can do it.
All Leeds, aren't we? The official Leeds United podcast.
If it's your choice, you've got the DJ. You're in the changing room. What are you putting on?
Oh, I'm not allowed on. I'm not allowed on the speaker. They say once I pipe up and say I want my tunes on, they're all like no, because they all like this bosh, this big boom boom music. I just love me country music.
Country music.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
in
my
lockdown,
days.
I got a guitar. and I tried playing guitar, but it didn't last very long. I learned one song and it wasn't even a country song.
You should get Pat to teach you. I'm sure Pat could.
I know. When I was learning, I was asking him, but yeah.
Oh mate.
I'd love to move. I'd love to move to Nashville. I'd love to move to Nashville.
Oh,
if anybody can make it happen, Charlie, this man
I'm
here,
telling you.
you know how much of a legend he is in America and obviously around the world.
I'm going up to see Arctic
can
Monkeys
sort
in
it out.
Nashville in a few months, but I'm in.
Shax, you know Shax, Jamie Shackleton.
Uh-huh.
He went to Nashville over the summer, and I was belling him every day about it. It looked incredible.
Yeah, we're going up in September. That's next month, isn't it? I'm going up next month. But so I live in Florida, right? If I don't hear another country song ever again, it'll be too soon. I can't deal with it. I don't know.
Do you not like it?
Oh, I do not. No, I don't know how you can sit there and listen to it.
I love it. Honestly. Me guitar, get me around the campfire.
Someone said that now that they've invented, driverless cars, country singers can sing about how their trucks left them as well. Which
am I supposed to laugh at that?
The old man got it. Shocking. You know what it is? Everything that Charlie said about you before, Matt, when he said he was a big fan of you and he
was looking forward to this.
You've
gone.
just ruined it there, pal. That's it. You're done.
Should we get back to football?
Aye. Well, I want to know, Charlie. You mentioned like obviously a couple of what your favourite foods, your songnings are. Who's your mate at the football club, and who's got the personality and a bit of banter in there?
Who's my mate? What, at Leeds?
Yeah.
I've got a few. I've been here since I was 11.
Who's the biggest personality that you enjoy hanging around with? Apart from me and Bridget.
Well, it's different because all the older lads kind of stick together, and then the young lads, there's like a young lads group as well. So it's different. It's quite a balanced group, but everyone mixes really well. Don't get me wrong. But me, Joff, Sam, and Shax, that we kind of stick together. I'm trying to think. Who else?
So would that be your Ibiza crew, would it? If you had to take 5 and that would be your crew?
My Ibiza crew? I'd probably take a couple of the older lads because it'd be more funny, more experience.
Oh, aye.
Like who would
I can see
if you
that.
could take 2 senior lads, who would it be? Because I reckon you're going to say Cooper.
Let me think. Stewie Dallas.
Okay,
sure.
yeah, I can see that.
I'd take Stewie. And I'd take Coops, I think. Coops and Stewie, because they're best buds and they'd have good crack, I reckon, together. And they can drink.
Yeah, they'll have you back as well, you know that. Like, they're good lads.
Well, I'm showing my age now, because Coops used to be my bloody boot boy at Hull City. There you go.
Well, I used to be Luke Aylin's boot boy about 3 years ago.
Bloody brilliant.
How's that when you first when you're playing in the first team alongside someone who you used to clean boots of? Like, how does that feel?
It's weird, yeah, but it doesn't feel like it's not supposed to be happening. You know what I mean?
Right.
He's only human. It's not like he's. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like it's just Luke Ayling. He's such a nice lad. He's brilliant. He's brilliant with me. He treats me like I'm a first team player as well. So yeah, I'm sure it's weird for him as well because I was his boot boy. But
was he a good
it's
tipper?
what it is, isn't it? Yeah, he was. It was.
That's good to hear, because I had 3 boots that I used to do, 2 very good tippers, and then there was one that I never got anything off at Christmas, apart from a pair of trainers that were size 13 and I was a size 8, so yeah, it was just a shambolic display. But you always remember the lads that were good to you, because then you'll do the same to your apprentices as well.
Yeah, I had Luke Ayling and I had Clicky. I had Matthias Klitsch as well. He was a good tipper, so they were my 2.
Brilliant. That's what it's about, mate. You wait for your Christmas bonuses.
Oh, I was buzzing.
Speaking of small feet, years ago at an auction I bought a signed pair of Rich Cresswell football boots, and I can only assume that they were bought specially just for him to sign. I don't think they were actually his, unless he's got abnormally small feet. I mean, I've never seen anything like it. I think they were for a child. Like, how big's your dad's feet?
No, he's a size 10. They can't have been
they
his.
must not
Matt,
have been
you've been
then.
mugged off with fakes.
I mean,
Fugazis.
I think he just bought a pair on his way in and signed them and gave them to me. Well, that's good to know. Actually, I thought there was something going on with his feet there. That's good to know.
He is funny with his sizes, to be fair, though. When you ask him about his height, he'll always say 6'1.5", not 6'1".
Brilliant. He's still got the camaraderie and the banter and the sledging going with his dad. This is brilliant.
He's going to hate this when this comes out.
You should have just like mugged him off and said his feet are tiny. They're horrific. I just want to ask you quickly about England, because obviously you've had some great success with the under-21s this year. I just want to ask, sort of, A, how was all that, and B, how does that differ from the Leeds setup when you go out there?
Yeah, it's brilliant. The summer was brilliant, and the lads have been brilliant. I've been with that group 2 years now, and it's kind of been that was what we've been working towards, and so it was 2 years of hard work. And it's different when you go away, because it's not like you go home and then you come back. It's like you're on camp, you're in a hotel for 30 days.
Right.
It was tough some days because you're away from your family, your friends, but then you remember what you're doing it for and who you're representing. It brings you back levels. But I wouldn't change anything. And the lads were all brilliant. The coaching staff, to have Lee Carsley, Jolie and Lescott, Ashley Cole as your coaches, it was brilliant, to take advice from. And there's no better people to learn from. So, I loved every minute of it. And I think, I'm still eligible to carry on playing for the 21s. But my goal is to play for the first team.
You're still in that age bracket to have another go and a go again. Yeah. And like you're saying, they're mentoring figures. I know we've had a good laugh and a joke and we've got an insight in you. I just want to ask you a serious question about this season ahead, for you personally, because it's more so for me than the fans. I was a striker like your dad. I used to set myself targets and goals for this season, which were how many goals I would get under me, that season, and try and achieve that. But they've got to be, achievable in reality. So what as a defender and for this season, what have you got marked down there, Charlie? If you even do set targets
from goals, I want more than I did last year. I want between 5 and 7 goals this year.
Love it.
Yeah. That's what I want.
And your targets on appearances or anything like, or sustainability? Or?
Oh, appearances, yeah. I'd just love to play as many games as I can. I want again more games than I played last year. But if I could play 35 plus games, 40 games, I'd be more than happy. But as long as that comes with a promotion.
And the bragging rights at the Sunday dinner table, because that'll mean you've got more than your dad at Leeds United. So good on you, lad.
To be fair, I feel for him when he was here because he was injured for 18 months.
Yeah.
So.
Well, again, we've got something in common there as well, then.
I know.
Well, let's hope you don't follow these two and we get a full season out of you, because I think your future is incredibly bright, Charlie. I really do. I'm looking forward to seeing you playing for Leeds for many years to come. And as you say, let's hope it starts with a promotion, eh?
Yeah, top man. I hope so too.
Well, congrats again on the new contract, mate. You fully deserve that. I can't wait to watch you this year.
Cheers, thank you. The hard work never stops, this is just the start, so I can't wait to see what this season has to hold.
This is the official Leeds United podcast.